Hey everyone, it's Coach Patrick here from Endurance Nation, back with another weekly coach check-in. This week, some hot tips for you this winter, including how we're going to take your time back, the A-plus problems you need to work on, and finally, making an investment the right way. So winter training is a really interesting time for endurance athletes. It's a time when most endurance athletes actually step away from our sport. We say, you know what, it's been a big year. I've made a huge investment in time, and it's, almost unsustainable in a way, not just perhaps physically, but also from a lifestyle perspective. So what happens to most people in the out season is they turn the switch off. They move to other activities, right? Maybe they pick up winter sports. Maybe they just dial it back and do the bare minimum. They go back to their local Y or the gym and they do their own thing. And then they'll wake up again in the spring, usually February, March, and say, you know what, I've got an event this season. I'm going to start training for it. That block of time between November and March, 5 months of time, is a massive, massive block of time that you are taking away every year from your season. Inside Endurance Nation, that's not how we roll. So if you're someone who really enjoys seeing progress, who understands that a lifestyle of endurance means a lifestyle, that we do things all year round to stay on point, to make decisions to keep us on track, then keep listening. If that's not you, if you are just about to pick up the rake and clean up those skis and snowboard and disappear for 5 months, good luck, bon voyage, and I will see you in the spring. All right, so for those of you who stuck around, gave you a little break there, here's the story. Step number one in the winter. What's the number one thing you want to do? Number one thing we want to do in the winter is take back your time. And this isn't just about moving away from overload of endurance training and making sure you have more time for the things that do matter. It means pruning your schedule, ruthlessly pruning your schedule to make sure that only the activities that make sense make the list of the things to do. So what we call this time here in the winter, we call it no swim time. Swimming is awesome. Many of our athletes inside Endurance Station are swimming like all year long. They're triathletes. Do not swim in the winter. It is a low return on investment activity. Year after year after year, we've seen that athletes can get really good at swimming and get back to where they were before with a great investment in the spring and summer of time, right? In fact, most of us do a better job learning how to swim more efficiently, effectively, and directionally successfully in open water. And that weeks of swimming in the winter when it doesn't get sunny until 7:30 and the sun goes down at 4:30 and you have to get to the pool by 4:30 in the morning, that is a nightmare. It's terrible for your health. It's terrible for your overall long-term success. And it's just not a good investment of your time. So take back that time. Instead of doing that, get 2 hours of extra sleep a night. Turn yourself into a normal human, which in your case would be a super productive human, and make an investment doing something different. Let's solve some bigger problems. And that brings me to my next point, which is our A-plus problems. The differentiators between athletes who are successful over time and athletes who are successful on a faster track. Think about the two, right? Success after just eliminating all the errors, or athletes who are successful on a more faster and iterative scale, is that the athletes who get better faster solve the right problems. And you need to be someone who solves the A-plus problems. So there's things that hold you back overall, like, hey, you know what? My bike isn't a great bike. Like, it's just, I don't have the money to invest in my bike. This is the bike that I have. I love my bike. My bike has a name. It treats me well. I treat my bike well. But my bike is not a rocket ship, nor will it fly me any faster than any other bike would down the road. But that's not an A-plus problem. Your bike isn't an A-plus problem. That's a dollar problem, or whatever your local currency may be. The A-plus problem in your case, it might be body composition. Your A-plus problem might be recovery and sleep, as I mentioned earlier. Your A-plus problem might actually just be scheduling, right? Doing a poor job of maximizing your time, putting your training time where it impacts your family instead of your training time when it's better for you and better for your family. These are bigger A-plus problems. And I call them A-plus problems because solving body composition, for example, not only makes you a faster athlete overall, but it also makes you a healthier human. That's an A-plus problem. We have 2 wins out of that scenario instead of just a new bike, which doesn't do anything for you except make you perhaps lighter in the wallet or more stressed out about your credit card, whatever that may be. Okay. So we don't want to be involved in that space. We want to solve A-plus problems. So sit down this winter, take a good hard look at yourself. You've got time now. It's early November, and figure out what are you going to solve for that's going to allow you to be successful on a macro scale. And again, let's dive into those A-plus problems, the things that really need to get dialed in so that you can be successful, right? And then the last piece of advice for you in today's check-in is about investment. Now, I know I just said don't spend all the money on the super bike. And really, at the end of the day, some of these super bikes, 15K, 18K, 20K, are just ridiculous, right? It's obscene how much people are charging for bicycles these days. I don't care what they're saying about technology or supply chain management. It's not worth more than a car. just not be worth more than a car. Sorry. If your car in your driveway is worth less than the bike that you want to buy, that bike costs too much. Okay. So we think about investment, however, we think about making an investment indoors. So training indoors is not just something that people do more frequently because there's more indoor training. Training indoors actually frees up your schedule, allows you to do more work on a timeline that fits your agenda. It's actually becoming more and more specific and more effective over time as technology has evolved. And ultimately, it's actually becoming more social, connecting you through platforms like Zwift, Full Gas, Ruvi, etc., to connect with other athletes, plugging in through Strava as well. So an investment in your indoor training setup in the winter is actually a long-term investment in your overall endurance lifestyle. And I support that. So whether it's getting an indoor cycling trainer, if you don't have one of those already, whether you're not even a biker, if you're just an ultra runner, you still need a bike. You still need to be doing lots of aerobic time, and bikes solve that for you. Trainers are very affordable these days. Or a treadmill, or some indoor setup, whether it's strength related, swimming related, stretching related, whatever it is, make that investment this winter. And if you haven't already started, if you can incrementally over time, maybe ask for a gift for the holidays or for your birthday and start carving out some space. And over time, you'll be able to build out a setup that allows you to train whenever you want. I certainly am advantaged in terms of the discounts that I get from sponsors, but I've certainly spent my fair amount of dollars as well. And my basement has a full setup. I could do a complete triathlon indoors if I want, which is incredible. Not that I do it every single day, but I have it there. And when I'm ready to do the work, it's ready there for me. That eliminates tons of stress for my family, takes all the need to worry about weather off the table. I've got a TV down there as well, so I've got the full setup. So make those investments. So to recap for today, we have no swimming. Take your time back. Invest your time where it matters. Speaking of investing, let's solve those A-plus problems. What is your A-plus problem? Is it recovery? Are you not getting enough sleep? Is it strength? Are you always getting fatigued or injured during the season? Is it body composition? Have you just made poor choices consistently and you need time to lock it in? Now's the time. Let's solve those A-plus problems to get you on track and see double the advantage for you coming into next year. And finally, let's make an investment in your indoor training setup. That's where the magic is going to happen. That's where you'll be able to train more consistently. You'll be happy that you have it in the future. Future you will thank us for making that investment. And if you're on the team, be sure to go out and check out our partner and sponsorship page where you get access to over $5,000 worth of discounts. Take advantage of the opportunities that we have there from our new training sponsors like Lever Running, who've got a great setup for you to run indoors and run healthy, down to Vasa for our swim trainers, or even head over to our partners at TT Bike Fit, who have great deals on indoor trainers as well, or follow the guidelines of your teammates to get that REI. Oh my goodness, what is the REI thing called? You join the co-op right there. You get the co-op membership, get the discount when the powered things come out. So just check it all out. It's all there for you. I'm excited to help you navigate through this winter. I'll be back with more training content. Feel free to message us on socials. We're on at Team EN on Facebook and on Twitter. We're at Team Endurance Nation on Instagram. Let us know what you're thinking, what your questions are. We'll be happy to help you out. Until then, be healthy, be safe. Look out for all those leaves. The only thing more dangerous than folding your laundry is messing around with those leaves in the fall. Be safe out there, folks.